speech topic is understanding sleep paralysis by its symptoms. So we have here, there are many symptoms, but I just narrowed them down only to 3 symptoms, which is the difficulty breathing, as if someone or something is crushing in your chest, an inability to move the body when falling asleep or waking. That intermediate stage of sleeping, and having hallucinations and sensations that cause fear. Okay. Well, perfect. We have the first symptom, one of the symptoms. You see the difficulty breathing.
Yeah.
What do you think about this guy there?
He's having
Well, it seems that he's having that problem with breathing, as someone or something is crushing against his chest. So according to his citation from Brian Shackless, in his article called A Clinician Guide to Recurrent Isolated Sleep Paralysis, those experiencing sleep paralysis may feel like they are suffocating or are not able to breathe easily, as if something was absorbing their breath. So when the body senses it's not getting enough oxygen during sleep, it forces awakening. So nobody will die from a sleep paralysis, although it's not a very pleasant experience. It's uncomfortable. That is true. So we have a witness here. But the fact that you feel that you cannot breathe will awaken you, so you will not die. So don't be afraid of that. Then we have the inability to move the body when falling asleep or on waking. There is a border. There is an intermediate stage that is between asleep and waking. So you are not fully asleep, but you are not fully awakened. You are in the middle. That's when sleep paralysis takes place. So it's very important to know that detail. You try to move, but the efforts are in vain. Something is paralyzing you. Something or someone. Let's have an open mind. Because some people mention, and we'll talk about this in the following topic, some people mention about entities. But in this case, you are completely paralyzed. So according to Dennis Dan, in relationships between sleep paralysis and sleep quality, you may be unable to move or speak for a few seconds and a few minutes. So you try to speak, you try to call your husband, your wife, you can't. You are completely paralyzed. You wake from sleep immobilized, unable to move your body or turn your head. Some people try hard to turn their heads or do something to break the trance. You are like in a trance, but they can't. So that's another stage. And I'm pretty sure, because this is a very wide-known experience worldwide. It's not something that happens only in the U.S., but all across the globe. People have gone through this type of paralysis of the body completely. So this is probably the most, in my opinion, the most interesting part or fascinating part. Having hallucinations and sensations that cause fear. Look at these demons. Astral entities. Supernatural beings, parasites that live sucking and draining the energy from the sleepers. They live from that. It's like a parasite. They are parasites. They are. So you see the sleeper here, and you see this entity. It looks like a gnome, or that little dwarf that inhabits the underground. And here you see like a horse with the eyes like But what are they doing there? Lurking, hovering over the sleeping victim, draining their energy. Therefore, that's why many sleepers have reported feeling weak after these experiences. So, it's not a very pleasant thing. I don't know, I won't tell you how to deal with it, but I think one of the things I think is that try not to feel fear, try to face it. Well, in conclusion, then we have a better understanding of the sleep paralysis when we analyze the topics, these three topics: difficulty of breathing and the inability to move the body, I have to cite another source according to Owen Davis, that in his article, The Nightmare Experience and Sleep Paralysis and Witchcraft Accusations. So he speaks also about these supernatural beings. So these are the topics and the citations. So I hope if any of you have experienced sleep paralysis, then we can talk about it after the speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you.